While Apple TV Plus' historical drama miniseries Manhunt hits most of the major notes surrounding the assassination of Abraham Lincoln and John Wilkes Booth's subsequent flight south. However, as is often the case with modern dramatic examinations of historical events, plenty of liberties are taken to create a stronger narrative. All the historical characters involved on both sides of the 12-day hunt for Booth are present in the show, but their roles and the level of their involvement depart from reality at times to create a more gripping crime thriller. The chase is well underway at the ending of Manhunt episodes 1 and 2, and almost all the major players have been introduced. Naturally, the narrative unfolding on the show prompts questions about just how close the show keeps to reality. Manhunt is only loosely based off James L. Swanson's 2007 bestseller of the same name, so there are some significant changes present throughout the show's overarching narrative. Edwin Stanton was not as important as Manhunt depicts him. His role is expanded to create a cat-and-mouse story between him and Booth. While Abraham Lincoln's Secretary of War, Edwin Stanton, did in fact organize the manhunt for Booth, he did so in a more supervisory nature in reality. Played by Tobias Menzies, The Crown, Manhunt's Edwin Stanton is shown performing many of the investigative elements himself, which simply doesn't align with history. While he was undoubtedly a driving force behind the overall search, Stanton was not the hard-nosed, boots-on-the-ground detective that he is portrayed as in Manhunt, although that role expansion does create a much-needed strong central figure for the narrative. Stanton is shown interrogating not only Officer Louis Weichman, but the actual captured conspirators in Booth's assassination plot. He rides to the Surratt boarding house himself to lead the investigation, and discovers a hidden room that contains a coded telegram that could hint at a larger conspiracy. None of that likely happened, and Stanton's lack of involvement extends to his son, Eddie Stanton, Jr., who is played by Brandon Flynn, 13 Reasons Why. While the real Stanton, Jr. did work under his father in the War Department, he didn't play a significant role in the Booth pursuit as the show depicts. The real assassination unfolded slightly differently. While the major plot points are consistent with history, some small details were changed for the show. Anthony Boyle as John Wilkes Booth shouting on stage in Manhunt. The real assassination was just as sudden and brutal as it's shown in Manhunt, but a few minor details may depart from reality. Booth was famously quoted as saying, "Sic semper tyrannis," following his jump from Lincoln's box down to the stage below, and the show maintains that. In reality, there are a number of conflicting reports about what Booth said and when he said it. Some eyewitnesses confirmed the Latin phrase, which is also the state motto of Virginia, a Confederate state, while others said he claimed vengeance for the South.